Alright, welcome back to Missing Persons TV. I'm Brian Labb, my co-host Deborah. Today's Monday, July 27th, 2009, 9:43 p.m. Now we've got one case to cover tonight, and that is case number 786, Robert Grant Manuel. I had two cases last night. One of the persons was found, so we won't need to cover that case. I have on the phone with me Deborah, and I have Kevin. How you guys doing?
Doing good, Brian, thanks.
Cool. How you doing, Deborah?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Tired. Don't look it. And it's been a hectic day, doing a lot of things, just a little tired. Well, I know we had very, very good news last night. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, we have the wonderful news that Cynthia Ann Macklin has been located. She was located on Friday in Texas, and she was being held in Texas City, and her mom, Deb, flew down to Houston from Washington State and was going to be able to see her this morning then. And there was going to be a custody hearing today at 1 o'clock. And I had not spoken with Deb to get an update and see what's happened. I'm trying to see if I can find any postings anywhere that she might have, given some information about how today went or whatever, and I'm not coming up with anything new as of yet.
Okay. Last night we spoke with her stepfather. He's very excited that that she has been found safe. We talked for a little while. I know when Deb gets back, she'll talk to us, and we'll hear the full story and see what happens. But apparently, she's trying to get custody right now of Cynthia. That's right? Am I right on that?
Right.
Okay.
Right. And Cynthia wants to go with her mom, and
Right.
she is 16 years old. I don't know how the laws work and how they differ in different states, and Deb lives in Washington State, and Steve's father lives in Texas. So there's, I'm sure, red tape and challenges there, but Cindy wants to be with Deb, and
Where was she found?
I hope that turned out okay.
She was staying with a woman, I believe. Where was she found? Do we know?
No, what I did find out is that she was from email that I received from Deb, that she was being held in the detention center in Texas City, which is near Bay Cliff. It's not too far from there.
And you were close to Dallas?
Bay Cliff is where her dad lives and where she went missing from.
Okay, how far is that from Dallas?
I know we've checked the distance to Dallas before.
Okay,
because with work you did on the case and work that Gail did on the case, we were checking distances. I don't think it was a huge amount. I can check again and see.
Did she, do we know if she called anybody? She called her mother? 'Cause the last stream drawing I have it was on June 5th, said Cynthia's with Kevin. She's going to call mother safe.
Okay, well, I know that Cindy did call her mom after they picked her up from the detective's cell phone.
Okay. Okay, so for what we know, we're not exactly sure what went on, but she definitely did not want to be there. She is in, well, she's safe right now, but we're not exactly sure what happened, but we certainly hope that, she'll be all right.
Yeah, for some reason she was not happy living with Dad, and that caused her to run. And actually, she was located on Friday. Tomorrow would have been 6 months since she went missing. She's been missing since January 28th.
Okay. All right, and the website for her is www.findcindy.com. We'll post any updates on that. But the good news is that she has been found, so the case is closed. If Deb wants to come on the show, we'll be happy to do that. Great news. Let's hope that Aji is located soon too.
Yeah, we need to have some good news for some other ones too. It would be great to get some news for some others. Aji, of course. I'm pretty discouraged about possible outcome for the little dude. would sure like to have some great news on Jesse's case.
Yeah, that's Jessica Louise Foster, correct?
Correct.
And
Jesse Foster.
that's
Yeah.
findjesse.com.
Glendy Grant is always busy on the computer, online, trying to do whatever she can to bring her home. She's been missing over 3 years now, Brian. It was 3 years in March.
Let me ask you a question as far as Cynthia's case go. Do you think if they would have listed this case as endangered runaway, that she'd been home a lot sooner?
You mean as endangered missing?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is endangered missing then.
Instead of the endangered, yeah, they listed her as endangered runaway, and I really think that she would have been. I mean, when it's a runaway case, I think that discourages the media from covering it. It discourages even, I would think, that the general public from paying more attention to it. When someone's endangered missing, endangered runaway, I mean, they just, I think a lot of people in the media and whoever, I think they just figure that, a teenager, maybe it's a rebellious one or whatever, and they'll just come home when they're good and ready, or, whatever the case may be. And, when someone's listed as endangered missing, it gets more attention, especially, when it's a young one, a teenager. Those cases do get more attention. The runaway cases don't get very much, if any, from the media, and also, sadly, from law enforcement in a lot of cases. I mean, you feel the same way that, Cindy most likely could have been located quicker, and
definitely.
a lot of other ones too?
Yeah, without a doubt.
We were discussing last week on the broadcast about how
and
she
one other
needed to
thing that
change.
bothers me is that whatever happened between the time she disappeared and today could have been prevented. That's what I'm saying. If she was located right away, too. So, so there is some blame to put somewhere, because she is a minor, and no one was really looking for her. So.
Right. And that's
the way I kind of see it.
A large part of the discussion on broadcast last week when we had Deb, Cindy's mom, on. And we were talking about that, and that was the goal that she had, and, everyone was helping, and, as far as they were posting, they were writing letters. I've seen posts that people made where they're contacting media, but they're also contacting law enforcement in other places, and, wanting her classification changed to endangered missing. We also talked about, petition last week, too, to try to do something, because, that would get her more attention and hopefully get her located quicker. And, Friday she was located. I think the broadcast was Wednesday, actually, so 2 days after that broadcast she was located. Yes,
and it was show number 114. Good news is we don't have to renew findcindy.com, or we could find somebody whose name is Cindy that's missing and just, give it to them. Or however her mom wants to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now, I'm anxious to hear, more about what happened. I mean, the main thing is that she's located safe.
Right.
And Deb's down there with her, and hopefully going to be bringing her home to Washington State with her. That's the main thing, but it'll be interesting to find out, some of the information about, what happened, more to the effect of where she was, location of where she was located and where she had been during that time frame.
Right. I got to
see, with casework and stuff, if any of that, could be confirmed.
Right. Okay, I got a picture of Aji's grandmother, Aji Desir's grandmother, on the screen right now. It's great that that she was found, but we really need to direct our attention to locating Aji. I mean, getting his picture out there is so important. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I completely know what you're saying. Exactly. The thing is that, sadly, I mean, we don't want this to sound cold or harsh or anything, but, the way that you've always done things, Brian, is pretty much when someone's located, case closed.
Right. I am very curious.
Now let's move on to others that are missing. Yes, we want to have a broadcast with Deb.
Something that, kind of bothers me. Yeah, this is great. I know that we're friends with her and everything, but really this case is closed. We're supposed to move on. Even just like the Kaylee Anthony case. I am very curious to see if these dream drawings meant anything or not. And I'm sure that Kevin is too. Kevin had some information on here. But do we want to, get into that deep? I know that there's a lot of issues right now that's probably going on, and it's not some very good things that may have happened to her. So I think it will, I guess, kind of just, if somebody wants to tell us what's going on, do it. Other than that, we're just going to move on. So right now it's Aji.
Okay, got update.
Okay.
Someone in Texas has posted. Deb has Cynthia. She's got her.
Great. Great news.
That's all that this person knows. And that's all there was at this point. So apparently the custody dispute or hearing or whatever you want to call it today went well. So Cindy is with her mom.
Okay.
And
is that another call coming in?
That's wonderful news.
Okay.
Because I know she was really, worried about being able to take Cindy home with her, and if everything was going to work out okay.
Sandra in the chat room made a good point here. She, at this point now, she can maybe tell others of what what the dangers are, and how you should pay attention to your children. Certain things that she's learned from her experience to help others, especially when they're missing. Provide comfort and any ideas that she may have or something like that. Use that website for maybe something like that too, or how to prevent runaways. Or how to prevent something from running. You know what I'm trying to say, and I think that's a good point that Sandra just made.
Sandra has a lot of good ideas, a lot of good input. Always interested to hear what she's got to say, and everyone else, obviously.
Somebody said Here to Help says like Elizabeth Smart. I remember her too.
Yeah, I'm sure this had to have been, we don't know what happened or where she was or what was going on for almost 6 months, but I'm sure it was an ordeal. I mean, she was 15 when she went missing, and she had her birthday in April, so, she's 16 years old now. She's still a child. No insult to her, but she is. She's, a minor, and she's not fully grown up yet. So, being away from home for that length of time, I'm sure it had to have been an ordeal.
Right. Okay, anything else?
For Cindy's case, no.
Right.
When we're able to talk to Deb, we can do a broadcast with her then, so everyone can hear how things went and what happened and stuff from her. Other than that, Aji's still missing, like you said before, and thousands of others. Okay, Diane says that this weekend there's going to be a search for Jennifer Kessie.
Okay.
That's a case you've been working for years.
Yep. I'm just doing a little research.
And there's been the recent attention to it too, with Tracy Ocasio going missing down in the Orlando area, and those cases possibly being related.
I think they're definitely related. That's my own opinion. Okay, let's go on to our case then. Our case of the night is case number 786. This is Robert Grant Manwich. His picture's up on the screen right now. The dream drawings were done last night, and the case was posted today to the internet. Forum links are up. I'm doing a little research on the internet on his case right now. Deborah, do you want to read what you've got on him so far?
Robert Grant Manuel has been missing since July 24th. He's actually been missing since this past Friday. He's 8 years old. His date of birth is June 8th of 2001. He's missing from Boise, Idaho. a white male, 4 feet 2 inches tall, 50 pounds, brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen at his home at about 9:30 p.m. He was last seen wearing a t-shirt, blue jeans, and black Airwalk shoes. He is listed at National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. And as far as what's happened with him, they've been pretty busy working on this case, and the FBI, got involved in it too. If you want to share what you have, I'm looking here too to see if I can get some more information as to, how this little 8-year-old went missing. Because it's not, like a family abduction or a, not listed as an abduction at all. He's listed as endangered missing.
Yeah. What I have is basically I've got two dream drawings. The first one says Stonewall, new backpack, and mountain home. I think he was taken by somebody, and I think that he's in great danger. Something to do with a new backpack. I have no really idea what that means. There's a Stonewall. The Stonewall may be around this building or house that I have drawn here in the first dream drawing. Second dream drawing says danger. He will take him to the lake and drown Robbie, and the number 16 and 5. That's all I have. I'm trying to look at this case and look what I had, see if I can make any sense of any of this stuff. I also got the notes from Kevin that I'm kind of comparing to. Kevin, why don't you read what you have?
Okay, for Robert Grant Manuel, I have in my meditation, abducted. 27-year-old white male took him to his home, the male's home, the 27-year-old male's home. Carver Place or Heights. He uses pharmaceutical drugs often and visits a drugstore as well. Cindy saw them together. And my notes after the meditation. A man possibly abducted this boy and is keeping him. This same man may be using drugs of some kind due to possible mental challenges. A person named Cindy may have seen this same man and the boy together, and she possibly has yet to understand that this boy is currently missing, and that's all I have.
Okay. Now I looked up Carver Place. That's a pharmaceutical company, I believe. And let me look at it. I take that back. It's a health and medical service company.
Do they have a
looking
like
at
a mental outpatient place or something?
I don't know. I'll have to look into more. I don't know. That's what I have on that. Deborah, can we get a map up of where he was last seen?
Okay,
So
yeah.
maybe this 27-year-old white male I was talking about, maybe
Yes.
he was working there.
At the hospital, mental hospital or something?
Either he's working there or he was a patient.
Okay. He could be on like psych meds or something like that.
Either that, or he's just he may work there when he's stealing the drugs and using them for himself. I don't know.
Do you think that he's in danger? That Robert's in danger? Kevin.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Obviously, yes.
Okay. Okay, that's all I got. Deborah?
Apparently, Robert had wanted to go to a birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he had been told no, that he couldn't go. He was playing outside. I think he may have gone to the party anyway, or, intended to, and, hopefully, there wasn't something horrible that happened along the way. You guys are getting that he's in extreme danger?
I am, yeah.
Okay.
I've got the information from Help Find My Child. National Center for Missing Exploited Children have it on there. There's no news articles. Did you know that? At least not on the Google search here.
There are some news articles, yes. There's actually quite a few. They ended up with,
with Google.
20 FBI coming in, and in the news articles they talk about the searching. They had over 100 volunteers out from the community helping, assisting law enforcement.
Where are you getting? Are you getting that from Help Find My Child?
No, I'm getting it from another forum.
Okay, but you do have a link to. Okay, so there are news articles out then.
Yes.
We just don't.
Yes.
Okay.
And I can give you, you know,
no, I don't.
some information
okay,
put
it
on
says
the
missing
case
from.
file. I've got a map now of the apartment complex that he lived in.
Send that, please.
So I'm going to send you that file.
I'm gonna I just Skype with Gail. I think it's important that she work on this case like right now.
That would be wonderful. It's always great to get Gail's input too. Yeah, I just sent the map.
Boise, Idaho, JPEG?
Yes. He lives in an apartment building on Vista Boulevard in Cherry Lane. So you can see it right there in the middle of the map in Boise, Idaho.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on it.
I'm going to see if I can come up with a live map link here now, too.
Okay. You went missing from that apartment complex?
Yes.
Okay. Can we get an address? Do you have an address? I'm just going to put it in Google Earth or Maps or wherever.
No, I don't have
Hold on. So I can just one of these streets. Well, one of these streets on the map will work, right? Cherry Lane.
Pardon me?
Well, there's streets on the map. If I just say put in Cherry Lane, West Cherry Lane, Boise, Idaho, it should come up with the same place, right?
Here's a link for a live map. Cherry Lane, Boise, Idaho. So you can look over the area. I'm going to click the bird's eye myself now and see. Okay, there we go. Well, no, not exactly a live map, but I don't use Bing Maps very often. You know, it's a new one. I don't know, have you used that one very much, Brian?
It's the same thing. Bing is now, or was, Microsoft Live Maps. It's the same thing.
So it is. Okay, I was right then.
Yeah, same thing.
Live Maps is like my favorite.
Yeah, it is, unless you're looking at North Korea. So,
there you go.
Alright, I got Google Earth loaded, but there's no Earth. I just see space. Seriously.
I'm going to put that link in chat.
Okay, there's the Earth.
Here's I'm putting the link in the chat room for the live map of where Robert lives in Boise, Idaho. So you can look over the area if anyone wants to do that. At least then you know what we're looking at.
Hey, you know, I got an idea. Let me do a screenshot. I don't want to be careful. I don't have anything open that have any passwords on it. I can do a screenshot and we can all look at on the same thing together. As I'm looking on the map, I can let the viewers see what I'm looking at. Wouldn't that be more entertaining instead of just looking at me?
So you're gonna
put it on, yeah.
Put the camera on your monitor?
No.
On your computer monitor?
No, I'm just gonna do it to. I can do it. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna show. Use the desktop mode, where you can just show the desktop on the screen.
Right. You had done that when for Madeline McCann, and other places you were showing.
Let me get an address first. So
Portugal and some other places around the world. That was pretty cool when you did that.
Boise, Idaho, right?
Yes.
Okay. B-O-I-S-E?
Yes.
And there's a Cherry Lane in Boise, Idaho? It's on their map.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't see that. There's no Cherry Lane in Boise, Idaho. Yes, there is. Never mind. Sorry.
I knew you'd find it, because it is there.
Okay.
Because I saw it on those other maps.
Alrighty. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try to do something, okay? Not exactly sure how well it's going to work. Deborah, do me a favor.
Okay.
Look on this on the thing, on the map. I mean, on the map. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really tired. Look on the.
Okay, I can.
Okay. See, are you able to see anything?
Not really.
Okay. Well, let me show you something.
You can't really make anything
This
out.
is okay. I want to make it bigger. This is the apartment where he went missing. Correct?
On the corner of Cherry Lane and Vista Boulevard.
Yep. It's the same picture you sent me in there.
Yep. That's better. Or that's even better, yeah.
Okay. Now, I just want to be careful because I'm showing everybody my desktop here. I don't have any passwords or anything up here. What you're looking at right now is the case file I have on front page. Is how I publish. And I'm looking here. Okay, Stonewall, new backpack, mountain home. Okay. Kevin, are you still with us?
Yes. I'm here.
Okay. Can you read that, Deborah?
Not really.
It's just
yeah,
telling you my
the-
computer is too slow to do this, but it's still working. Okay, so you went missing here. This is where I need Gail. Read the report again, Deborah, please.
What do you mean?
The
Read
most
the report?
the most detailed report we have is where he went missing.
Where he went missing?
Mm-hmm.
That would be Cherry Lane in Vista Boulevard in Boise, Idaho. You've got it right there. Is
No,
that what you're...
okay, hold on. You're right. Anything else? I mean, that's all. This just right there.
Yep, that's the apartment complex he lived in. That was the last place he was seen.
Okay, hold on a second.
At about 9:30 on Friday night.
The map you sent. See that building there? I think I might have had the wrong building. So I looked over here and saw that L. No, that was the wrong place. Sorry. Logged me out again too. Okay, I've got Cherry Lane here. I guess that's not it, is it? Cherry Lane. Okay, yeah, that is it. Okay, right here.
I'll have to do this map thing more on the broadcast. You'll get more used to doing it.
Yeah. Went missing there.
Eva Marie, the boulevard was Vista Boulevard, I believe. I'll double check that.
Okay, well, with this building you sent me, what's the building?
Actually, South Vista Avenue. Vista Avenue. Sorry, it's not Boulevard. It's
So that
Avenue.
the picture you sent me, is that wrong?
No. I
Okay,
was just
'cause
calling
I found the
Boulevard instead of
okay.
Avenue.
That looks like there's a McDonald's next to that. Cherry
Can
Lane.
you see the golden arches?
No, I can tell from the color of the roof.
Oh. Oh, okay. Is that what that is over there?
Yeah, I think so.
That might be a Taco Bell or something. That's like
No,
that roof
maybe
looks
so.
kind of red, and it's got by the doorways there. Looks like I'd say Taco Bell.
Now, when I was asking you where he went missing, like,
it was a fast restaurant.
so no one's actually seen, no one knows where he really went missing. They just know his last whereabouts. No one say, hey, I saw him get on a bus. I saw somebody pick him up at this exact point. We don't know.
Right, right. That they do not know.
Okay.
He'd wanted to go to that birthday party, and he was told no, and they're not sure if he attempted to go to a birthday party or was just playing outside.
He's 8 years old.
An 8-year-old.
My son's 8 or 7. I mean, he 7 or 8-year-old doesn't go to somebody's birthday party without his parents knowing about it or something, right?
Well, correct, but he was told no, and they think that he might have.
Okay. Do we know where this birthday party was?
Anyway, even though he was told no.
Where's the birthday party?
Pardon me?
Where's the birthday party at?
I'm not sure. I can check and see if I can come up with that information.
Sorry to ask you these questions. I know we're not CNN headline. I know you're not the Nancy Grace show.
Where the birthday party was being held.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
I can try. I mean,
if we had like a team of researchers or something, it'd be. Okay, there's some water there. I'll back up a little bit.
Okay, there's a park down the road.
Canal Street, and go back to here.
Shoshone Park on Canal Street, down the road from there.
It says he will take him to the lake and drown Robbie. I think that's later.
An article today, an update. They do not have any good leads at all on Robert's disappearance.
Okay, I'm pulling out a
the
little
volunteers out this past weekend, and police and the FBI. Helicopters from the Idaho National Guard joined the search, and they were out today over the area that he went missing, which is, it's listed here in the article, the area of Vista Avenue and Cherry Lane.
Okay.
Police said in a news conference this morning that they received a number of leads, but nothing was concrete telling them where he could be.
You know, what gets me is when police say they have a lot of leads, right? Where do these leads come from? Other than psychic stuff. I mean, because I've seen, and with the Kaylee Anthony case, they're talking about leads, and that was all psychics. How do you have a lead? I mean, to me, a lead would be, okay, this person saw that person. If they didn't see him, how do you have a lead?
Right.
It doesn't.
I remember
mean, there's only a few people
I
can actually have, you know, information. Who's going to make it up?
Phone some during the Anthony case, the Kaylee Anthony case, when those leads were released.
Yeah, I saw them. They're all about us.
Well, not necessarily all about.
But that's not a lead. A lead is like, hey, I saw this person, or somebody talked about this person.
Hardly anything in there. Hardly anything that was not psychic.
Right. So I'm just wondering where all the other tips. What other tips are there? Either you saw the person or you didn't, or you thought you saw the person, but you had the location, you know, and then let's go check that out. But
yeah, it was interesting to look at all those, and, you know, in reality, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because I wonder too, what do they really have? Search crews have been looking in sheds, garages, abandoned cars, homes, in the bushes, behind the fences, and anywhere small boy could hide.
Okay, I'm just looking. It says mountain home. Here's the mountain. There's some mountains right here, the big mountains. Oh, come on.
Okay, this was on Headline News. HLN report on it.
Well, then Google News search isn't working very well.
Okay, they said on the HLN report, they said that he was not going to a birthday party. That was false information.
How do we get that information then? Where does that come from?
I don't know.
Okay, so what do we know then? He was still seen at that last location.
They have no idea what happened to this little boy. They have no idea.
Okay, well, I think it's pretty important that we do all we can. Gail has not wrote me back yet, so I think she might be out for a second.
Well, they also have anonymous tips that come in, people who don't want to be identified, or they can't trace the call that the person may say something and then hang up.
Okay. You guys still there?
I'm here.
Okay. Kevin, you came in really, really distorted.
Yeah, you were like garbled. It was hard to understand you, Kevin.
Okay.
You're still doing it.
And the microphone might be turned up too loud for Skype.
Well, I'm just gonna. There's nothing I can do with what I have. there's trying to look for like something. Really, I don't have enough information to go on.
Okay, they had a press conference this morning. They had one tonight again, too. They're getting help from the FBI's Child Abduction Response Team. They're expanding the search beyond the half-mile around the apartment complex. That they combed that half-mile area over the weekend. Officials are also re-interviewing family members and neighbors. It says here some 50 leads have come in, but none have panned out. It says here the boy was last seen on the apartment complex's playground after 7 p.m. Friday night and was gone by 9 p.m. Though some initial reports indicated the boy had wanted to go to a birthday party, police said they had no evidence of that.
Okay, I found something. I found Mountain Home. It's a place. Might not be the house that's drawn. There's actually a place called Mountain Home. And it is... No, it's gone now. It looks like it's southeast of Boise. Let me back up. There's actually a town called Mountain Home, Deborah.
Wow. Okay.
It's off of... Looks like Interstate 26. I'm gonna put it up here. It's not
you grabbing a screenshot of that map for the case file, or do you need me to get one?
Yeah, you do it, please, because I don't want to switch back and forth. You can only do one thing here. And it's not even letting me do that very well. Okay, so there's a Mountain Home in Idaho. I think that's Idaho. Look, can you see that on the screen? That's I guess that's just the center of the town, where it says Mountain Home. Deborah.
Okay. It's kind of hard for me to see.
Okay, well, trust me, that is Mountain Home, Idaho.
I'll pull up a map of it now.
Let me go back to here. Stonewall, New Backpack, Mountain Home. So maybe this house here might be in Mountain Home that I have on the dream drawings. And that's up on the screen right now. Start with this first. Carver Place or Heights. Let's look around there for anything named... Kevin, are you looking on Google Earth? See if we can find a Carver Place or Heights or something, maybe around the area. It might not be the medical company.
Okay, I've got a map here of Mountain Home, Idaho now.
No, I don't have Google Earth.
Well, you can use maps. You can use that.
There's an Air Force base and all there in Mountain Home.
There is.
Yep, Mountain Home Air Force Base.
Where's that? From the center, where is that? Oh, okay, I see a runway.
There's a municipal airport there, and then there's also the Air Force Base.
Okay. Okay, so maybe he is right now in one of these homes. In here on Mountain Home.
I'm amazed there's a Mountain Home, Idaho. Wow.
I know. 6:15. He will take.
I mean, I should say I'm amazed. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, it might be that when you're looking for certain things, a lot of times they just show up. I mean, that might not be it, but chances are this might be right.
Hey, you just want a screenshot of Mountain Home with, the streets and the highways through there?
Yeah.
Is that enough, or you want
no?
Something more
It's not enough.
area?
It's not enough, but it's good enough for now.
Okay.
What the houses look like. Kind of get a distance. Let me get where I can see Mountain Home again. From looking at this, it looks to me like Mountain Home would be... I lost it again. Maybe 30 or 40 miles from where he was seen.
I'll get a distance on that for you. I just sent you a screenshot of map of Mountain Home, Idaho.
Okay.
Some streets and highways.
I'm not going to open that because I don't want to open up my Skype and have everybody's contact information up there on the screen. That's why I only can do one or the other.
Well, you'll get those posted to the case file.
Oh yeah.
Later then.
Yes.
Let me see if I can get a more specific distance for you.
Lazy City. If I could get a hold of Gail, I mean, we could start kind of where, he went missing and see if she can pick up anything. Deborah, can you see if you can get a hold of her? I don't want to open Skype. If she may have written back or not. Sure that's the same building. Yep, that's the same building. So actually it's Mallard Street, Robert Street, Cherry Circle, and South Vista Avenue that border the apartment complex. So maybe the birthday, well, there was no birthday party, so never mind. I was saying maybe the birthday party was in the same, I don't know, where do we get a birthday? Okay, so I was saying maybe the birthday party was in the same apartment complex. That I could understand, I guess. In a lot of cases like this, they're found in the same apartment complex. So they did, well, we don't, they did search door to door, every room.
It didn't specifically state that in anything that I read. What it did say was that they did a half-mile perimeter around the apartment complex.
Well, that's just looking under trees and bushes.
Right, and abandoned
the first thing,
sheds.
Right.
Everywhere.
Well, the first thing you should definitely
door to door in the complex. I'm not sure. I didn't.
You look in danger areas.
I would think that they did.
You should be looking first of all. You should be looking in areas where he could suffocate, or is in immediate danger that you could save his life, and that's not at the bottom of a pond or lake. Car trunks, anything you can think of.
Right. Well,
but you should immediately close down.
Everywhere, anywhere a small boy could fit.
Close down the apartment complex until it's secured. They look at every single room, every single apartment. A lot of times that's what happens.
Well, I hope they did that. I hope they cleared the apartment complex. I have a distance from the apartment complex to Mountain Home.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that goes to the center of Mountain Home.
It doesn't matter
to
too
the
much.
outskirts or whatever, but it's listed here as 44 miles, 44.18 miles.
Okay. Now, as far as numbers,
You want the directions?
yeah. As far as numbers on the dream, it says 16 and 5, but it says danger. He will take him to the lake and drown Robbie. I'm assuming that's Robert. That's what's kind of worrying me right now. That's what I'm saying. I'd hate to see it end like that. It keeps telling me my memory's not good enough to run this. So if they did you said a half-mile perimeter search?
Right, and then they were expanding out on that today.
Well, that's an awful lot of places to search.
Well, they had a lot of volunteers. There's hundreds of volunteers over the weekend, and then also the FBI is there and local law enforcement. Yeah, I put the directions and the mileage inside.
I don't know what 16 and 5 means. Is Gail there?
Well, I put it in Gail's sites. I just gave her directions for.
All right.
Okay, I'm losing it. No, Gail did not respond.
There is a lake in Mountain Home. Let's hope that's not where he ends up.
Are you referring to that reservoir?
Yeah, I guess that's what it is. You only see one body of water. You see another one?
There's one that they actually have listed as a reservoir on the map.
Well, I imagine that's to the northeast, right? It's not listed here, but that's probably what it is. Off Beeman Road.
Trying to get that map up now. It's called Mountain Home Reservoir.
Okay.
It's
yeah, well, there's Reservoir Road, so that's probably it. Well, we don't need to be looking there yet. Okay, I think I've done what I can do. Let me switch over here. If I can do that. Close that out. Okay. Let me put up what you got on the case. You looking at chat, right? Diane's got some information too. 220.
I'm just looking at the chat.
Okay.
Looks like
I can't do anything right now. The computer's locked up.
Diane and Eva Marie and Sandra are pretty busy in there.
All right, Deborah, I'll put all that stuff. Let's work on this after the show, like we always do. Put that stuff up in there, and the links that we have, the links to Mountain Home, Idaho, I'll put it up there. Anything else we'll put in the case file. If you have any information, please post it in the forum. And that's missingpersonforum.com. If you click the top of the case file, this is case number 786. Right below where his picture, it says post comments here. Will actually take you to that thread in the forum for this particular case. Anything else to add on this case, Deborah?
No, I don't have anything else.
Okay. Well, we covered Aji. So what we'll do is we'll pick where we left off tomorrow. I think there's 2 new cases done tonight, and that's about it. Am I missing anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Kevin. Thanks, Deborah.
Thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow about 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Missing Persons TV. Good night.